How to tell if your mate is cheating on you. Everyone is not as lucky as the people who hire cheaters to catch their cheating, lying spouses in the act of cheating. Nor are they fortunate enough to air their dirty laundry on talk shows. Here's where I come in. Based on experience, I have narrowed down 5 steps to tell if your mate is cheating on you. These 5 elements are key indicators that your relationship could be coming to an end. Take notes. Things you'll need: good instincts, common sense. 5 ways to tell if your mate is cheating on you. 1. Changes in behavior. The number one indicator that your spouse/boyfriend/girlfriend is cheating on you lies within the changes in behavior. Consider the way your mate treated you in the beginning of the relationship as opposed to now. If they are cranky, frustrated, or act as if you are bothering them or wasting their time, then this could be a sign that something is going on, especially if your mate has never treated you this way before. Another change could be that your mate has no time to talk to you lately, or he or she is always on the go. This change is what I like to call the avoidance period. In the beginning of the relationship, they always had time for you. Now all of a sudden they don't have the time to talk to you or pick up the phone to see how your day is going. Unless they are seriously busy, this could mean that there's someone else taking up your spot, someone that they are more interested in talking to. 2. Always working late. I know that at times we have jobs that are very demanding, however, slave drivers have been eliminated a long time ago. The most common excuse to not come home or to be where your husband, wife is supposed to be is always work related. Keep in mind that if they are working late every night of the week, then perhaps you should take a trip to that office that is so-called holding your husband, wife hostage. You might be surprised at what you find there. It could be that young, hot, bubbly coworker that hangs on your husband's every word. The one that laughs at his corny jokes, while giving him a subtle touch on the knee as if your husband was ever that funny. Or it could be that tall, dark and handsome boss that always gives your wife extra work just so she would have an excuse to hang around the office with him late at night in hopes of something jumping off. If your spouse is always working late, you need to check the office to see who's working with him late at night. Don't just take his word for it, you might have to double check to see if he is even at work at all. Most cheaters use work as a cover-up. 9 times out of 10, the cheater may be out having a late-night rendezvous with someone other than you. 3. Never returns phone calls. Usually in the beginning of the relationship, you were always informed about your mate's whereabouts. He or she would often make it a point to let you know where they are and what their plans are for the day. However, if your boyfriend, girlfriend neglects to return your phone calls, then this means that he or she is growing tired of the relationship. If a person says "I will call you right back" and you don't hear from them in 2 days, then that means that he or she considers you as insignificant or unimportant. This is usually the beginning of the end. If they are not returning your phone calls, they are definitely returning someone else's calls. In the back of your mind, you should always consider that if they are not talking to you, they must be talking to someone else. 4. Always tired. In the beginning stages of your relationship, you always manage to have time for lovemaking, anytime, anywhere, but as the years progress, your spouse/boyfriend/girlfriend would come to bed extremely tired. You would find that he or she would become irritated if you try to touch him, her. This could be a sign that he or she is cheating, especially if your spouse/BF/GF has never been this tired before. Consider his, her job and determine if their career is highly demanding. However, if you love someone, you will make the time. This is what we like to call compromise. 5. Leaving home in the middle of the night. This is a no-brainer. If your mate receives a call late at night and picks up and leaves, then chances are they are cheating. Now don't just jump to conclusions, you would have to evaluate the present scenario. If your spouse receives a call, gets up and take a shower, while tiptoeing around you to make sure that he or she doesn't wake you, as if the phone call didn't already do so, then yes, he or she might be cheating. If the call your mate receives is on his, her cellular phone and it's at 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock in the morning, then he or she is definitely cheating. Most people know not to call married couples after a certain time of the night. For instance, 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock is usually the cut-off point, unless it's an emergency. Then those rules don't apply. However, if your mate is being really sneaky, then yes, he or she is cheating on you. If you aren't married or living together, then it's a little different. You would probably have to find some other method to determine if your mate is cheating. If you are not with your mate at night, then it's easy for them to lie and say that they were asleep. If your mate puts on cologne, perfume on a late night creep, then that is a major red flag. Who else are you trying to smell that good for other than your mate? So pay close attention. Tips and warnings. The scenarios in this article are based on individual experiences. Results and outcomes may vary. Each relationship is unique and would require a different result. Proceed with caution.